Hi, this is David Kettlewell, your host of mastersofharmonica.com, and we're continuing with this series on vibrato, the rhythmic variation on a single note. This one is tongue piston vibrato. Let me demonstrate it for you. Tongue piston vibrato. Now, you might think, well, I know what a piston is. A piston in an engine, it goes in and out. It's not quite, it's kind of misnamed. It shouldn't really be called tongue piston because the movement of the tongue is principally up and down. Up and down. Not in and out. Now, I'll prove that. If you take your tongue and you try to move it up and down, the musculature and your training of your body, it's quite easy. Try to make your tongue go in and out fast. It's very hard to do that. So really, principally, the tongue piston, it isn't really a piston in and out. It's more of a movement to the roof of the mouth and down. Now, this particular type, let's listen to the sound a little bit. The tone color is changing, and there is an ever so minute change in pitch. So it is a true type of vibrato, not tremolo. So how are we going to learn this? And I'd say the first thing is take your tongue and put it up at the roof of your mouth and touch it. Okay, that's too far. Now just kind of move it up and down from a mid-space in your mouth, up, down, up, down. And it's almost a tensing. You know, when we say move the tongue, the tongue up, it's a tensing of the muscle more than it is, you know, thinking you're raising it. It's just tensing and release. And then basically what we do is just play with it. Now, you do want to be aware that what it takes to play the low notes and the middle notes and the high notes on a harmonica kind of different. Down here, you need a large air channel where your tongue is low in your mouth and the throat's open. The ones in the middle, those play easy no matter what you do pretty much. Now the high ones, they require a focused airflow. So at the same time that you're managing your tongue piston vibrato, you're also going to be managing how you play the notes in the various registers. But look at one of the benefits of tongue piston vibrato. I don't have to hold my hands, you know, like where they go. And, you know, hand vibrato is a good thing when you're on a microphone that's in front of you on a stand. But you can't do hand vibrato when you're holding a microphone. But look what you can do with this one, with the tongue piston. You can get vibrato holding the harmonica like a corncob. So your hands can be comfortable, and this is a very ergonomic position for your hands, by the way, and this is not, but this is. And you've also got your slide pick up here. So it's very, very easy. So this particular tongue piston vibrato is pretty flexible for you in terms of, you know, being comfortable when you're playing. I tend to use this form of vibrato on the higher notes. I feel that it brings out the best in that particular technique there. And I do want to mention that while I talk about vibrato with you as independent types, they're actually mixed by musicians. They'll use a little bit of diaphragm or a little bit of one and a little of the other. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We're just going to play a note, and I'm going to ask you to vary it with just one pulse. One, try just one pulse. Now two. Now let's try and do a string of them. Now for this one to work, nya, 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 had to go down, and it had to get blocked at about the same amount. So it's not like where some of them are very deep. They all kind of have to match a little bit to get that feeling of the rhythmic pulsation of the note or change in the note. So And you'll notice at the back of the note, I let it go. I didn't do any more vibrato, which is a nice way to end a note. You don't have to end it using vibrato. So you want to practice on the various registers of the instrument, understanding that this is an open throat area. This one, though, you'll get them easy. And this one, you have to close up with the tongue a little bit closer to the top of the mouth and the air a little more compressed coming out of your abdomen to really get a nice fire on that note and clarity. So once you're pretty comfortable with it, try it in blows, try it in draws, try it all over. So, you want to do draws too. And it's nice to be able to get a nice vibrato on the higher notes. This video is on abdominal or diaphragmatic vibrato. And it is another form of vibrato